Alright, brothers and sisters, we just had the biggest crypto crash ever, especially when it comes to liquidations. Altcoins, a lot of altcoins got hammered, especially the larger cap coins. And if you've been here in this crypto space, at least since 2021, you've seen this before. So you probably have an idea. This is not your first day. But for the new people, there is a lot to unpack here, and probably a lot of the new people here are completely lost. They have no idea. But this is pretty much crypto, and welcome to crypto. And pretty much this is why there is a lot of money to be made here, because of this volatility we have here. So today we're going to be talking about, is the bull market over? This is very important. Are we still going to see an altcoin season? And what's really caused this exact crash? Because this is important, because this is how we can see what can happen next here, especially by Monday. So before we start this video, as usual, I'm not a financial advisor. This show is not financial advice. Nothing in this video is financial advice. This is for entertainment, some education, hopefully finding God. Now, before we start the video, I know a lot of my audience does not use leverage trading and mainly spot. So people that use leverage trading, a lot of people got liquidated yesterday. We got over $20 billion of liquidations. So if you got liquidated, it's been a bad day, and I hope you recover, and you probably will. And this is a good time to really understand what's really going on here, and to have most of your portfolio in spot. And the best way to really recover here is to try to play spot right now, and especially lower cap coins. Now let's get to the video and what's happened here exactly. So pretty much what happened is Trump, again, we started with the tariffs. Now we've seen this a lot. We've seen with Bitcoin, a lot of crashes happened because of the tariffs. But this one felt a bit crazy. Now the reason why it felt crazy is because altcoins got hammered, especially the larger cap coins. Now the larger cap coins have more holders. A lot of people hold them, not like lower cap meme coins, which in fact held strong, which is crazy, right? Now, larger cap altcoins got hit hard. Now this is SUE or SUI or SUI, or this coin you all remember has been one strong altcoin. Nothing could have gotten it to drop, but it would drop. Now if we go to the 4-hour here, it dropped 80%. Now that's some crazy shit here. The 86%. So everybody that was long got liquidated. This happened in like 5 minutes. So even if we go to the 5-minute candle, look at this now here. Look at the 5-minute candle. So you didn't even have time to add liquidity or add margin to not get liquidated. If you just went for shopping, or like you had a long open and then went to just the bathroom and back, you were liquidated. So this was an 80% drop in like few minutes. That's why it felt this crazy. 80% drop on larger cap coins. That's not a joke. And many of those coins did this exact thing. If we go to XRP, for example, if we look at XRP went down 50%, 52%, down to 128 cents, $1.28. And it broke down below this major high. This was the previous 2021 all-time high. It broke below it, took all these lows. Now this is important, because we're gonna get to the reason why this happened. You see these lows here. All these lows got taken. All these lows got taken, broke below this part here, but now it's recovering right back at its previous range, which is very important as well to understand why this happened. If we look at Dogecoin, for example, so Doge USDT here, Dogecoin dropped as well 58%. Now they did not drop like SUI, which dropped 80%. So you will see the reason now. You will know and understand what happened exactly here. So why some coins dropped 50% while some dropped 80%, 70%. This will give us clues to what exactly happened here. But do you see the picture? Now why everybody feels so bad? Because coins dropped 80%, 70%, 50%. It went crazy. Now we got Avalanche, which is another all-time long time ago coin from 2021. Look at this now here, new low here. It came back to this bear market prices to early or end of 2023. So it came back here. This one also crashed a lot. So it dropped around 67%. Now we noticed that most of the old cycle coins did not drop as 80% like SUI. And there is a reason behind this. A lot of altcoins dropped a lot, which caused obviously a lot of fear as well. We have a lot of extreme fear, and it is something that a lot of people never seen, especially if you just join in, and especially if you joined in since 2023. You have no idea, nobody told you that this can happen, right? But this is crypto. When you came into crypto, you probably heard it's very risky, so that's why. But mostly for people that trade leverage, if you hold spot, you're fine now. So even looking at the bull market of 2021, you will see that we had a lot of crashes here. Bitcoin crashed here 30%, then crashed again another 27%, then crashed here again another 20%, and then crashed again here another 28%. So you need to understand that each time these drops happened, altcoins dropped even harder. In fact, now if we look at Dogecoin here down below, Dogecoin didn't even rally until Bitcoin was almost over with its rally, which is very important to today, so to understand what's going on. But these drops with Bitcoin are very usual, and when Bitcoin back in the days drops 30%, altcoins drop also 80%, 70%, 60%, depending on how leveraged they are. So that's the key word. Now, what's really happened here is a lot of people will call this the tariffs, Trump did this and that, but the right reason here. Now, we want to go back to SUI, because SUI is a very good indicator here, or give us some sort of clues of what really happened. Now, if we look at SUI, you will see that recently we just seen Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. So that's key here. That's key. We just seen Bitcoin hit a new all-time high. A lot of sidelined cash. A lot of people were sidelined. Suddenly, everybody want to go long, and everybody went long. Now, when people go long, they go on real strong altcoins. They don't go long on Avalanche or Dogecoin or something like that. They go long on coins that have some recent hype, like SUI, or even some coin like Aster, which also dropped a lot. But why this crash happened? The crash happened basically is, now if we go to CoinGlass just to see how much liquidations happened. So if we go to CoinGlass, you'd see here, you see right here, this bar is the largest we've ever seen. This is a comparison with the previous one that happened on the 22nd of September. This was also the largest liquidation, but look how the difference between this, the first one here, and this one we had yesterday. And this one, you can see that we have 16.7 billion dollars long liquidation and 2.4 billion shorts liquidation. So it is close to 20 billion. Now, this is just what CoinGlass is reporting. Probably there is more. Now, this money, when it gets liquidated, it goes to someone. Someone gets this money. Now, some of this money goes to people that were short, but some of it, or most of it, goes to exchanges. So you gotta keep that in mind, and especially goes to market makers. Now, if you are a market maker and you look at SUI and you see that people have stop losses here, have here stop losses, have here stop losses, have here stop losses, right? Have here stop losses, have orders set here, have trades set here. Now, all of this could be close to $100 million worth of long liquidation that you could just grab, right? But you cannot just do it, right? You cannot just go and crash the market, suddenly crash SUI by 80%, right? You cannot just crash SUI or SUI 80% without causing some major red flags and everybody questioning why is this coin crashing 80% while the whole market is fine. So what do you do? What do you do is you wait for something like that. And that's what you do. You're waiting. As soon as this happens, you go and you press a button and everything goes down 80%. So it's not like people are chilling, waiting for Trump to announce something and then suddenly they sell all their coins at once. Now, you'll notice that most of the coins that were traded leverage dropped very fast and at the same time. And within seconds, they all dropped at the same time. It's not like everybody here on a Friday night is logged in and waiting for a news to full clip their coins. It was a liquidation. For example, now if we look at Pepe here, yesterday, this is very important. If we look at the hourly, for example, now you would see this on Pepe. Now, yesterday, what happened with Pepe It went flash crashed, then back up. So liquidated longs, then back up, liquidated shorts, then another spike up, liquidate shorts, then back down, and now it's over. Now you see Pepe just going sideways. Now Pepe is a coin that is traded leverage a lot. We see this. Now if we go to something like Toshi, for example. Now Toshi is a lower cap meme coin, right? It's 300 million. Nobody trades Toshi leverage. Nobody, or I mean, not so much people. If people are trading Toshi leverage, probably there is max like maybe $10 million worth of longs. Not like SUI, probably 100 million, if not $1 billion worth of longs. And when you look at Toshi, Toshi did not spike down a lot or did not crash as much as the others. Even though it's a lower market cap coin, it crashed only 25%, while SUI crashed 80%. And if we look at Turbo, for example, another low cap meme coin, it did not crash that much. In fact, it didn't spike. We don't see spikes. We don't see this type of wicks. We don't see none of that. Even if you go to the 15 minutes, you don't see none of that. And the reason is because it's not traded leverage and it's down only 20%. Now, if we go to Bread on 8, for example, it's still at support because nobody trades this leverage. We can see as well with even lower market cap coins like Dork is still around $2 million in market cap. Did not flink, did not move because it's not traded leverage. But why did SUI, the biggest, one of the largest crypto coins, drop 80%? So you gotta ask the right questions here and what is really happening so we can get to the next question. Is it over or not? And what's gonna happen from here? So you get it now. You get that the reason this dropped this hard and this fast and very quickly, it's because of leverage trading hunting, right? So happy hunting for the guys up there, right? Liquidation, 20 billion. That's not small money. That's $20 billion liquidated from the leverage trading account. So that's why you see coin like, for example, SUI drop 80% and then recover. So drop down, liquidate, it's fake money. It's derivative contracts. They are not real coins. When they drop them, they drop in the market, not real coins. And it causes this spiral effect, right? Where the coin goes down and up. Even if you had orders, let's say spot, you had orders here, you will not get filled. Because it was not real. It just was a dump to liquidate people. If you had spot orders there, you will not get filled. If you had leverage trading orders, you will get filled. That's the difference. And that is probably, in my opinion, now this is not sure or certain, or this is in my opinion what happened, right? In my opinion, this crash was a leverage hunt, right? Sometimes it happens. And when this happens, usually, and I remember, and if you were here back in 2021, I remember this because I was unsuspectingly trading XRP, and then suddenly I see XRP dropping like yesterday, and I got liquidated. I remember that in 2021, and the market recovered right after it, and we had a bull market. So from time to time, when we have new all-time highs, a lot of euphoria, the market is over leveraged. Now you see this was the perfect storm. We have Bitcoin new all-time high, and at the lows here, you got big influencers calling for the bear market. People were shorting, and then they feel like they missed out, and they completely missed out, and everybody goes long, right? So the perfect storm. And if you were somebody that has control over these liquidations, that you benefit from them, and you need someone to cause trouble, right? For you to have a good reason to drop the market without raising red flags. That's what you would do, right? That's what you would do to make $20 billion and let the bull market continue. Now, the same people have no interest in letting the market crash and never recover, because this means nobody will trade. So if we go, for example, we have breaking news. Another 19 billion in new Bitcoin shorts have just piled up after the crash. Now I will let you guess what's gonna happen next here, right? 19 billion in new Bitcoin shorts, just Bitcoin. So probably they're shorting all other altcoins are being shorted now. Have just piled up after the crash. This comes after a 19 billion liquidation event that we just talked about, the largest ever, as traders are betting against Bitcoin. Now, this is not gonna end well. Pretty likely for the shorts, because they just got rich. Now short people, they were shorting, they made a lot of money, and now they are hyped up on the wrong on the different direction. Now they're euphoric for more downside and they're shorting. What could go wrong? So markets or the people that benefit from these liquidations will not like to have this end this way. It would be very unfortunate. This will be a pity to let the market just go into a bear market now after making 20 billion. They will want to make more probably. They will want to let this show go on. What they would do now, we have $19 billion worth of shorts on Bitcoin now and probably more on altcoins. We can look at CoinGlass, for example. If we look at CoinGlass, and you can look at the funding rate. This is very interesting to look at. When you look at the funding rate, when it is under 100% here, when it is under 0.0100%, this means a lot of people are shorting. In fact, it's negative on Ethereum here, also negative here, and negative on Bitcoin. On Binance, it's minus and negative. A lot of people are shorting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Doge, BNB, the hype nobody's touching. SUI is short. Also, a lot of people shorting SUI. Cardano, Avalanche is short even more. And you see the picture, it's very negative, besides Aster, which a lot of people are longing. But most of the altcoins are in the negative. So we have the total opposite of what just happened with this flash crash. A lot of people now are betting that the market will crash. This is the perfect storm. Now, what could happen on Monday? If I was a betting man, what could happen to cause these unfortunate people that have 19 billion worth of short and everybody that is shorting altcoins now? What could be the reason? What could be the reason that they will get liquidated? Now, if I was a market maker, which I am not, if I was a market maker, and I know that there is more billions of dollars waiting for me if I pump the market, but I cannot just pump it now. I cannot just go and pump SUI and then have this candle go super green after I just scared everyone, because they will just sell on me, especially on spot. They will start selling on me, so I'm not gonna do that. What I would do is I cannot just print a green candle now because I just scared the market 35 and fear and greed. You know the Jeets are waiting for that pump. What you would do is you will wait for Trump to announce no more tariffs, and then probably sprinkle in some news about the ETFs, some Dogecoin ETFs or something, sprinkle, and then pump SUI to 50% up and liquidate the shorts. And now we're back into the bull market uptrend. Everybody's happy, euphoric. We keep the market trending higher organically with retail and everybody. If I was a betting man, Monday would be a news day of some good news. Or Tuesday or next week, probably Trump will invite the Chinese president and they will have a good talk. Right? And the market flips bullish again and we liquidate again. And you know who gets a big fat payday again? Mr. Market Maker. So hope this makes sense. This is probably what's happened here. And to come back to some more technical stuff, which you will see probably everyone on YouTube now, and this is pretty much what every YouTuber will talk about, as most of the people don't understand even what is a market maker, to be honest with you. So I'll go on Twitter all day long and I see people talking and nobody even understand how the market works. So let's go on to what makes sense now. So no more conspiracy theories, and let's look at what the charts are telling us. Now, Bitcoin is still above its previous all-time high from May 2025. No market structure shifts, no bear market signals, nothing like that. If we look at the bull market support band, Bitcoin is above the bull market support band on the weekly. It must close here, so we stay bullish. And today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. I don't think there is some big whale worried about selling Bitcoin on a Saturday or a Sunday. So pretty much the weekly candle could just stay like this and we reverse. So as long as Bitcoin is here on the weekly, we're fine. Bull market's completely intact. We are still holding the bull market. Good job, market makers, right? They didn't crash it. Just crash it hard enough for altcoins to crash, to make it $20 billion without losing the bull market support band. Good job. Perfect execution here. So you see the retest here also of this area here, support resistance, right? Perfect support resistance, retest, hold, Bitcoin looking fine. Now if we look at Ethereum, which is an altcoin, for some reason it was long on this one when we were lucky. So the market makers did not really shake Ethereum that much. Ethereum did not shake as hard as the others. Also, granted, it's a larger market cap coin, but I do believe, if we look at the 4 hour. Now, if we look at the 4 hour, you see this laser blade here, down, up, right? Everybody get liquidated here, but you can see that Ethereum for some reason did not crash as much. Let's say not as much. So Ethereum only crashed 14%. Bitcoin crashed, I believe, less than 10%, only 14%. No flash crash on Ethereum. And because I don't believe a lot of people are trading Ethereum, when they see Bitcoin going crazy, everybody goes in long altcoins, mostly the ones that are able to pump hard, not Ethereum. Ethereum is not pumping. So nobody cares about Ethereum. Now, if we look at Ethereum on the weekly, and we look at the bull market support band, Ethereum is still above it, right? Ethereum is still fine, it's still holding above it. Granted, we lost the 4K level, which could act as resistance now. But since it's shown a lot of strength now, since a lot of people now are looking at Ethereum, and I'm seeing a lot of talk on Twitter that everybody is just saying now, since everybody gets wrecked, everybody is just saying buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and hold, don't do anything else, because people are scared now. So when people are scared, they go to the safer stuff, which is, you want to note what they are doing. They're going to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I do believe Ethereum here likely comes back and make a new all-time high, and which means if we make a new all-time high on Ethereum, alt season, believe it or not, alt season. As I just explained, most of the people are afraid today and think there will be no alt season is because they are playing with coins like SUI and other coins that are leverageable, coins that people can leverage trade. And not people, I mean whales. A lot of whales are trading. Nobody's leverage trading Turbo, for example, which is crashed only 28%, right? Nobody's leverage trading Toshi, which only crashed 26%. While a lot of people are leverage trading Pepe, and look at this chart. So that's why when we look at these altcoins that are mostly leverage trades, people believe there will be no all season because they get wrecked most of the time, and they are trading leverage and all that. And what caused this drop could cause also this to do this and completely shift the situation we're on right now. So one more thing we can look at as well is, let's first look at the Bitcoin dominance, which spiked yesterday, but still not a new all-time high on it or anything like that, but it is mostly like a retest of this downtrend. So as long as this has not crashed yet, we have not seen an alt season yet. Now you can see here, this what should happen hasn't happened yet. And I do believe now with this massive liquidation event, the sellers are gone. Like people that could freak out already freaked out and sold and left. If there are less people to sell, the price can rally up faster and higher and stronger. Same thing goes with the uptrends. When everybody's buying and there is no more people to buy, the market reverses. When the market is crashing and there are no more people to sell, the market reverses. It's just the same thing. But that's what happened now. Plus, don't forget, there are some juicy shorts now. The second thing we want to look at is others, which has not been the greatest thing ever. Others is basically your all other crypto assets besides the top 10. And this was going pretty nice, right? It was doing its thing. It was even going for a new all-time high, and we could have seen an all season. It needs to break above all-time high to see an all season, but it crashed, this massive crash. And this is including Avalanche, SUI, and even we had a coin like Atom went to zero. So this Atom was a very strong coin, like Ethereum killers narrative back in the days. If we look at it on Binance, so now it's at $3. Well, if we look at the wick and the price it went at is 0.001. So imagine this coin was just trading at around $4 and then went to 0.001, which is basically zero. So That's what caused others to flip. So I didn't know a lot of people were trading leverage Atom, but it appears that there were, and we even taken some lows from 2020. So this is 2020. Anybody that had stop losses here gone, and liquidity and anything like that. So a lot of liquidations happened probably here. For some reason, somebody was big holding this, which could be bullish, right? Because why would you liquidate people on Atom, a coin that nobody trades anymore? But apparently people are trading it, so it crashed heavy. That could be bullish. Somebody knew something and worked very long on Atom. But just to show you that some coins really crashed hard and caused others to crash. When you see the wick on others, the wick represents the coins that are trading leverage, like these coins here, like this wick here. Well, if there were no leverage trades and liquidations, probably the crash would be more sustainable, let's say, because we're still in this local uptrend. Let's say we still have this local uptrend going up. If we look at it on the weekly here, we're most likely closing the weekly above it, and we're still in this uptrend locally here on the others. For the bull market, is it over or not? I personally believe it's not over, right? I personally believe the bull market is still sustained, as I've shown you with Bitcoin, as I've shown you with Ethereum, and as I explained what really happened here. Now, the worst case scenario, right? The worst case scenario is if it's over. We could be doing something like that, which is a distribution, right? So we could be doing something like this box we have here, which took some time, but this was pretty much the type of over. Even if I add Dogecoin, just so give you some perspective, Dogecoin rallied right at the end of its over, even when it was over. So it was over here, but then later Dogecoin went parabolic. This means all season here, right? All season. So this is worst case, is that we are going to see Bitcoin going sideways, while by the end of it going sideways and everybody getting bored, everybody starts buying altcoins and we see crazy rallies. So this was a 80 days range of going sideways. It's a distribution, which could be, if we are doing it here, if this is the worst case, is that we're doing this distribution now, and we do this, and then we crash. And this would be the worst case, if we are distributing and we see something like this from Bitcoin, and then at the end of it we see a massive all season that happens. And if we just crash from here, it would be very unlikely, in my opinion, if we just see Bitcoin crash from here. But as they said, as long as it's holding the bull market support band and we are still above support from the summer, to me, this still looks like Bitcoin is good, right? Unless we start to see Bitcoin doing this, closing weekly candles right around here and taking these lows, 98K, and then we keep closing. Maybe we get a retest to retest this level here, and this would be your exit. So far, no alarms. And to me, this was mostly a liquidity hunt and liquidations, and some people, as I explained, looking to make some big bucks. That's about it here. And by Monday, we'll have more clarity of what's going on. And as I said, expect something related to Trump and tariffs to cause the market to flip over, and even flip over harder, just to get rid of whatever is up there. So anyways, guys, hope this was helpful. To me, the bull market is still ongoing. You can join my Discord, link in the description. It's free to join. You can follow me on Twitter as well, link in the description. And on my next videos, I'll be talking about coins to be looking at on this dip. I do believe we got maybe a few more weeks where we'll see this clear up, right? Altcoins regain their strength and all that, especially lower cap altcoins. When it comes to higher caps that did these wicks, they could pretty much recover very fast. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.